So a little while ago, I did a video talking about social media detox and screen time, reducing my screen time, because I went through a period around about 3 or 4 months where I removed all social media from my phone and I got my screen time down to around about 1.5, 2 hours per day, which is a big, I'd say a good 50, 60, 70% chunk of my screen time gone. And now today, I've woke up Monday the 25th of August and I just feel like, you know what? I'm sick of being sort of glued to my phone. I want to talk about how I went from reducing it to increasing it again to where I am today and what I'm hoping to gain from it and the sort of downsides I've found from re-putting high amounts of screen time and social media back into my life. So you might be wondering then, why is it between the period of December 2024 and March 2025 where my screen time was reduced, I removed myself from social media, all these kind of things, and then suddenly, like I say, March was the end point, and obviously I've gone back to social media. So around about March, April, it was around about that time where I was looking for a new side hustle, looking for something. I wanted to try something. And obviously something I've always sort of lingered with, something I've always liked talking about is kind of self-improvement, personal growth. I'd happily sit with someone and not in any means tell them how to live their life. I'd love it to be a back and forth conversation of just general things of like, the downfalls in life, the positive things, just life in general and different things we try and improve our quality of life. Anyway, I thought come March, April, why not try and start this YouTube channel? Even though I didn't start it then, I started on TikTok first, then I went to YouTube. But anyway, I thought I'll start this. And in the beginning, it was weird because I hadn't been on TikTok for so long, I hadn't really been on YouTube. So I was kind of getting, not grips to it again, but when you haven't done something in a while, then you go back to it. Because obviously I had a YouTube channel, a FIFA YouTube channel 2 years prior on 80, 90k subs. So getting back into it, making content again was kind of awkward. But it weren't too bad in the beginning because I'd just live my normal day, come the evening time, 6, 7 p.m, open up TikTok, make a video, post it, might have a quick look at how it's doing, but that's about it, But obviously as the months and weeks have gone on, you start getting a little bit obsessed with the numbers and a little bit obsessed with how to improve, trying to get better, all them kind of things which I fell into the pit of. And obviously while you're checking these numbers and checking the content, you're watching other people's content and you sort of fall down that rabbit hole because again, social media and screen time is an addiction kind of thing. So tell someone to stop smoking, offer them a cigarette again, guarantee you obviously there's no consequence to fall back into that trap. Someone tries to quit energy drinks, 3 months later you give them a sip of one, there's no consequence, so they might fall into that trap again. So even though I was trying to do it for a positive thing, which was make content, talk about what I want to talk about, I still was on the apps and you sort of fall down that rabbit hole again. So from April to now August, and especially this last month or so towards the end of July, now August, I just felt like I've had enough. My brain was just fried from constant content, watching videos, making videos, talking in videos, uploading to YouTube. You could say, again, it falls into that trap of trying to run a full-time job, a side hustle, family commitments, all them kind of things, and just all this on social media. And the main reason I started removing social media from my life in December 2024 was because I just wanted to focus on me. I was sick of watching everyone else live their life, day in the life, or watch what I eat, or da-da-da. As much as them things are great to watch, they are, when your screen time is 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, and a lot of it is littered with all these kind of, like I say, day in the life videos, watch me do this, you start pointing fingers at where your downfalls are. For example, say if I see someone go from 0 followers on TikTok to, I don't know, 10k, 20k, 30k, in less time than I have, you start questioning yourself, what am I doing wrong? What can I do to get better? Why have I not got that many followers? So you fall into that trap again, and you could sort of say it's social media, you could sort of say that's making content online, of course it is. It's hard to decipher the two, but for me, I just fell into the trap too much, and especially recently where I wake up, look at the numbers, midday, look at the numbers, it just felt like all day I'm checking numbers, checking content. Is this song better to work on this video? Is this right mark seconds, 6 seconds? It was just too much. And I felt like what I had gained in them 3 or 4 months of removing social media from my life had all gone. That sort of peace, the brain fog had gone, being able to think clearly, try new things, and just generally be productive Because we all know what it's like, you know. Say if you've got spare 10 minutes, you go, I'll just check TikTok, I'll just check Snapchat, Instagram. Before you know it, 10 minutes have passed, 20 minutes have passed, half an hour's passed. So your productivity goes down fast, and it does, you know. And how much I used to get done, I'm no longer getting done. So I just figured today of all days, and this doesn't mean today I've drastically gone down to 2 hours. I probably haven't. Maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 at most. And I'll slowly, gradually drop it down, because you've got to make conscious decision when the phone's there to either A, not pick it up, or B, if I do pick it up, do I still have social media on my phone? If I do, don't use it. If I do have social media, try and limit it to maybe 1 hour a day. Because I don't think it's awful. I'm not saying fully remove it. I went like sort of nomad and I just removed all social media. Not that everyone has to do that. I did that because that's best for me. It's like saying to someone, you're going on a diet now, but the cupboards and fridge is full of cake. The first week or so, that's fine probably. But after week 2, week 3, week 4, when we all know a diet gets a little bit tricky, that cake in the fridge, I might just have a slice of that. I might just have half of that. I might just have a full one. We know it's the same thing if you leave social media on your phone. After a little while, you go, I'll just have a quick look on Instagram. I've not been on it all day. Before you know it, you're on it an hour. And you go, I've ruined it. You know, I fell down that trap again. So for me, it was easy just to remove it all. Now I'm in the sort of thing where I'm trying to build a YouTube channel, trying to build a TikTok page. Do I remove them from the phone? Obviously not, because I need to post on them. I could just keep it on the PC, but it's handy to record on the phone and post on the phone. So I'm trying like a new level of discipline, so to speak, by keeping it on the phone, but not going on the apps itself. So we'll see how it goes. Like I say, I'm looking forward to it because honestly, if you ever tried it, removing social media and screen time, you'll realise it's like you're tunnel visioned, and then as soon as you remove social media and screen time, it's like your world view just opens by 10 times, and things that you didn't really take notice of before you start to take notice of. And yeah, it's weird. It's a weird experience, but if you've ever tried it, try it, because I'm going to go back to it right now. Doesn't mean I'm going to be perfect, but I'm going to give it a go and try and get it back under 2 hours a day.